Yay! Jack Conway won! Assuming he wins that court case.
Governor, thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Steve Brashear, the governor's hand-picked, chosen leader of the Democratic Party, Patrick Hughes, went ahead and chose Steve Brashear's hand-picked successor, Jack Conway. It's perfect. It's easy to win an election when you stacked the deck a year ago.
And to Andy, I've done it before. It's tough to give a speech with a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old on your legs. That's very impressive. Oh, you're 4? Oh, okay. Never get the ages wrong. I've learned that too.
I bet he was pissed off at that moment. I bet he was mad. I bet he was like, damn it, I can't get pissed off either. I'm mad and I can't, what am I going to do? And you see how his advisors are like, oh my God, we got to shut this kid up.
Will is 5.5. Okay. There's going to be a quiz on that later, everybody.
Because that's a natural laugh, right? That's
Folks, it's great to be here tonight. Boy, tonight, the sun certainly shines bright on our old Kentucky home.
Jack Conway is pro-Patriot Act. He's pro-Patriot Act. And he and Matt Bevin disagree on this issue, just like they disagree on the drug war. Matt Bevin said that the drugs should be legal, or marijuana should be legal with doctor approval, with a prescription.
When the FDA approves it and it's sold at the local pharmacy.
Okay, so yes, Mr. Bevin.
Yes, if treated like every other prescription drug with doctor approval.
Okay, so yes, Mr. Bevin.
Yes, if treated like every other prescription drug with doctor approval.
Okay, so yes, Mr. Bevin.
Yes, if treated like every other prescription drug with doctor approval.
Mr. Comer.
No.
How are we going to make certain that our students have the education that they need so that they can get hired?
On the Patriot Act, Jack Conway is in favor of the Patriot Act. He's in favor of all the wiretaps on our phones and emails, whereas Matt Bevin is against it. He's in favor of us having privacy.
That's the conversation that Sandy and Overly are so excited to have.
Sandy Overly? She is voluptuous.
And this election is going to be one of the most important in our lifetime.
Oh, wow, he's so natural, so not plastic.
Folks, now we find ourselves at a crossroads, and we've got a job to do. The next generation of Kentuckians are counting on us, because if we don't do our jobs this fall, we will have an office holder who will push an agenda that, listen to me, will hurt the hardworking families of Kentucky.
I think Sandy Overly is in love with Jack Conway. Look at how she just keeps staring at the back of his head, just beaming, just like, almost like she wants to rape the crap out of the back of his head.
Forward, and making certain that every man and woman who wants to work hard and to play by the rules.
No, Sandy, you know, there's 5 seconds. After you've been staring for 5 seconds, you should give a little break. It gets to be creepy after 5 seconds.
That they get a fair shot at success.
How hard Sandy Overly clapped just then? Here, watch it again.
That they get a fair shot at success.
It's like, come on, audience. You know that was the most exciting thing you've ever heard. Get the clapping. Get the clapping.
And here's how we're going to make it happen. As governor, as your governor, as the people's governor, my top priority will be jobs, jobs, and more good-paying jobs for the hardworking Kentuckians all across the Commonwealth.
Hey, wage slavery for everybody. I appeal to the general public now, not just to their base, but to the general public. So we will hear them speak more vaguely on lots of different issues. Matt Bevin will run to the left. Jack Conway will run to the right. Jack Conway already is a conservative Democrat. He's a conservative Democrat. He's only liberal on a very few issues for now.
And that's why I'm proud. I'm proud to be the only Democratic Attorney General in the country who is suing the EPA and trying to stop their job-killing coal regulations, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay! Destroy the environment! Make sure we have dirty air and dirty water for everybody!
Second, We need to make certain that we have the best trained workers in the country, which means we have to invest in education at every level. We're going to make an historic investment in kindergarten readiness in this state, because in order to compete, we're going to need to be the state that lays the foundation for lifelong learning.
Matt Conway actually being in favor of Head Start makes him better than Matt Bevin. He's also better on gay marriage, on abortion, on unions, and on Connect. But again, those are the few liberal issues that Conway even agrees on. So for how long? How much longer until he compromises on those issues?
Folks, the Beshear administration has started this. And there is a big difference between having high-speed broadband and not.
Look, my Kentucky children, there's a difference between having internet and not having internet.
It's a difference between some of our kids in rural places that we love being able to take advanced placement classes or not.
When you have internet, you can get online and learn so much. But when you don't have internet, you can't get online and you can't learn a whole bunch.
It's the difference between a company locating in eastern Kentucky or western Kentucky or not.
A lot of eastern Kentuckians don't even have running water. So if you don't have running water, what are the chances that you actually have internet? Yes, free internet for everybody. Make it universal internet. Make everybody pay $5. Everybody pays $5 for Kentucky's broadband internet. We would change it like that. 4 million times 5, that's $20 million. One big poll.
Can we accomplish all of these things?
Probably not.
Absolutely. And here's how you know that we can get it done. Because as your Attorney General, I have a proven record of putting people over politics. And that's a commitment that I promise to keep.
Unless your name is Jeff Young. And then politics trumps over that person.
Sandy and I are so excited to join Allison Grimes, Adam Edlin, Andy Beshear, Jean Marie Lawson-Spann, and our other candidates here today who represent the next generation of leadership. I want to be, and I will be, the governor that's going to bring good and better paying jobs to this state. I'm going to be the governor who fights for affordable education. I'm going to be the governor who continues to fight for affordable health care and for better wages for all of Kentucky's workers. And I'm going to be the governor who takes us even further and better into the 21st century, ladies and gentlemen.
Matt Bevin's got his work cut out for him. First, Jack Conway is to the right of Kim Jong-un, to the right of Richard Nixon, when he is in favor of the 1971 failed drug war of Richard Nixon's. He's to the right. He's actually wants to repeal medical marijuana. He wants to get rid of it. We got CBD. Medical marijuana is legal in Kentucky, and he wants to repeal it, and he wants to get rid of the hemp. He doesn't like that hemp is legal in this state. Steve Beshear, he is bored out of his mind. He's like, oh my God, this speech goes on and on, just with that painted on happy face. No, I'm really happy. What do you mean? This is me being happy. But she's pretty. She's very attractive, and actually, while I know some caveats to her campaign, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. So it's hard for me to discern. Actually, sometimes with Sarah Palin, I start to, I hate everything that Sarah Palin says. But with her policy on decriminalization on the end of prohibition with Alaska, maybe Sarah Palin's right. So Kentucky women, we need you to pay attention, because none of the men are going to get this right on Sandy Overly. You need to just look at her issues, right? It's all about the policy. Another big issue that Jack Conway is far, far right on is he is against Richard Milhouse Nixon's EPA. So he is to the right of Nixon when it comes to the EPA. And the only thing with the EPA is they want us to come up with our own plan. If we set up our own benchmarks, we can set the plan up however we want to. So why would we be against that? And when it comes to Obamacare, Jack Conway is already to the right. He doesn't believe in a public option. He does not believe in a public option. And that is important because if the other one's going to pull it up root and branch and he's only going to save it halfway, it's only going to be saved a quarter of the way. So he's already compromised when it comes to Kentucky's health care, which is ironic because in 1993, Bree Retton Jones almost got Kentucky universal health care. Just barely missed it. And it was right after he had a helicopter accident and it bruised his spleen and he realized how important our health is. It's almost like our health is our lives. So when it comes to Jack Conway's view on immigrants, he hates immigrants. And because Matt Bevin is going after Common Core, Matt Bevin is coming after Connect, Obama's, Connect, Obamacare, and Obama's Common Core. He is running against Obama. That's the election that he's going to run. And Jack Conway is going to run to the right. So therefore, immigration will come up as an issue. And he hates Mexicans. He hates poor Mexicans coming into Kentucky since that's like such a huge issue around here, right? To do the jobs that, that white people won't do. There's only a few of them, too. We're really far away from the border. But the immigration issue, I think Matt Bevin may be better than him on it because he has adopted 4 Nigerian children. So maybe Matt Bevin isn't for amnesty, but he's for asylum. He's for protected. So like those Guatemalan kids, perhaps Matt Bevin would have adopted all of them, too. If I was governor, I would provide a safe place, a safe haven for any of the turmoil and strife that the United States has caused in South America and Latin America, to provide a safe haven for the children of those war-torn countries. Yes, of course, I would save those Guatemalan children. Hey, wage slavery for everybody!